Hey there guys, Robbie here again, and today I'm going to talk to you about the number one thing that is messing up your business, or anyone who's looking to get started. This is the number one challenge they face when it comes to getting started, and that is your niche. Now, the thing that really happens when it comes to niche is that you find that nobody's talking to you, and if they are, they're not really interested in your stuff, which means you haven't really nailed your niche. And again, I'm Australian, so I call it niche. For the rest of you Americans out there, I know that you call it niche. That's totally cool, so bear with me and my Australian accent. But let's take a look at what really goes on when it comes to your niche. Now, if you haven't nailed it, if it's not really working out for you, and probably this has happened to you at some point, maybe you've gotten better at it now, or maybe you're still struggling with it, but this is how it kind of goes. If you haven't nailed your niche, you end up putting all this content out in like this huge arena of people. And what tends to happen is you end up having to have a lot of different conversations with people as you sift them out, work out which ones are the right ones, and you spend hours on phone conversations, you spend hours on your chats, on emails and communications, testing your communications and figuring out which ones are the right ones, so that you can start to funnel people down to actually have a conversation to see if they are the right fit to qualify for what it is that you do, to buy your stuff. And your stuff is pretty awesome. So you don't want to do this. You can have two different ways of doing it. You've got no niche, which means that you're probably going to have 100 interactions, 100 chats and conversations to engage the person in the first place. From that, you might end up having, let's say there's 100 at the top of your funnel here. Big wide net, you're not really sure about exactly what it is you do and who it is you should be talking to. So from there, you might have, say, let's do it in blue. You might have, say, 50 phone conversations, 50 interactions from the people that you've, put the message out to. That turns into 50 conversations of some description. And of all that, you'll probably just pull out 3 that are the right people for you, because you haven't really got really clear about your messaging. So therefore, when it comes to your phone conversation or your chats, again, it's not really clear, but through that you managed to get 3 clients along the way. Cool. A lot of work, a lot of hours, and not very efficient, and probably will wear you out, burn you out, so the business doesn't grow as fast as you want as well. Now, what happens when we turn the dial on your niche? What happens? Well, let's take a look. Let's just say instead of having that 100 conversations, you're just having 10. 10 bits of information, 10 pieces of content or interactions that go out there, which lead to, say, 5 chats or conversations where you go, cool, this is making sense for me. Let's have a conversation. Let's see what happens from there. And again, you end up with 3 new clients from that. Pretty good averages when you compare the two, right? And so this is exactly what having a really clear and succinct niche is all about, because if you are targeting your messaging so that the right people are raising their hands, you can then talk to them and have a really good conversation that makes a lot of sense for what it is that they want and what they need, and you can deliver. And then bang, you've got your clients coming in, and it should just make sense, as we talk about right fit all the time, rather than spending all this time putting stuff out there, hoping it lands, then going through and having a ton of different conversations, your calendar's full, hardly anyone's actually buying from you, but you still manage, just through sheer numbers and luck, to get a few qualified ones that are the right kind of ideal future clients for you to work with. And so this is what the biggest problems facing any of us out there who are out there in the market doing a coaching, consulting, or online business is. You've got to get this stuff right. And to be fair, it is in any business. Forget about it. Any other business, targeting correctly is the thing that makes the biggest difference in their success. And so this is what nailing your niche is all about. So always be growing, and 100% you've got this.